So you join me here today in my shed. Built this shed a couple of years ago to work on my Himalayan and my monkey bike, and now this is project 3, which is going to be my Honda CT90. Usually I would buy a bike and then turn it into the bike I want. However, I've already decided on the amount of changes I want to put on this bike. There's no point me purchasing a good standard bike out there and destroying a future classic. So what I've done is I've bought parts all from around the world. I've got a frame coming from America. This one came from the bottom of the United Kingdom. I've got a couple of spindles coming from the Dutch, I believe, and I'm going from there really, with my idea of using completely different forks, completely different swing arm, maybe different tyre sizes, and turn it into more of an enduro bike, which I don't know. Is it going to turn out like that? We'll see. I don't know. There's no point me buying a classic and then destroying it, otherwise the Cup 90 forums they'll eat me alive. But we're here today because when I open a look at this, I just opened it up then on the camera, but the camera didn't work for me, so I haven't actually had a look myself yet. So today I am unboxing my vintage CT90 tank. It's the bigger version of the CT90 tank, the one that holds more. I think it's had a couple of repairs done to it before. It's in red. My frame that's coming is going to be in yellow, but it's all going to be painted anyway. A couple of £100 maybe. My budget for this entire project right now is £1,000 to £1,200, which I'm going to try and stick with as best as I can. Not that I want a certain amount for resale value, but I basically don't want to spend too much on it. So let's have a look at this. Oh, it's just been Christmas, so obviously we've got all the wrapping paper. Let's see how this looks. I've had to go for this one. It cost me £40 plus £9 PMP. There are cheaper ones out there, however I wanted the CT90 original one, which has the open face, the forward opening seat, which means when I do have quite a bit of gear on the back and such, I can still open the seat up to fill it up. I don't take all my gear off just to lift the seat. But it's meant to be in quite good nick considering it's probably 70s. But we'll take a look at that now. I can already see that it looks actually a bit better than the photos. On the photos it looked like the paint was really washed off, which it is in a way, but to be fair, it's absolutely solid. That it needs a good sand. It looks like it was originally orange and someone's painted it a lovely red, but you can hear that in there. You can hear the rust that's inside of it. I mean, I'm going to have to use my phone to be able to see what's in there. What have we got? But yeah, it's not sounding good, but and there has been a repair there to the rear. I don't know if you can see that, but there's been quite a repair just here. Looks like a bad weld or a JB weld, but it looks like it's going to hold up really, that. But we'll see. But that was my unboxing for my Honda CT90 tank. Obviously the frame's arrived. The frame obviously came in a lovely yellow colour. However, I'm not going to keep this original, so the first thing I did was strip back the frame, take the paint off it and decide what colour I'm going to go with this bike and build. Aside from that, parts have turned up like crazy. Been buying as much as I can when I can. I'm trying to decide on the overall theme of what I want the bike to look like in the end. Decided on what handlebars I'm going to use, decided on what exhaust I'm going to use, decided if I want to use normal width wheels or the new thicker wheels and such. But it's all been part of a learning curve, so now I'm going to build up this bike to a point of which I'm happy with it, where it's a rolling frame, before stripping with it and having the bike painted. The last thing I want to do is to build the bike up whilst painted and then start finding little problems and niggles that I could have dealt with, which are going to chip the paint or mess the bike up in any way, shape or form. For example, I purchased the +4 extended swing arm, and due to purchasing that, it might bring my back end and the wheel further out, which might mean I need to end up cutting away the tiniest bit of this rear mudguard, making the tail a lot shorter. But if that's the case, that's the case. I'm really looking forward to carrying on with this build. So finding the correct yokes was quite a nightmare. Obviously before I had the frame I was having to use measurements that I found online, but hopefully I think I found the right yokes, at least from an XL100 from 1989. The perfect size yoke with perfect size stem, which means I can fit 27mm forks in there, which is a standard used on the CT90, CT100 and the Honda CG, and many others like the CL from that point. So I've got quite a range of what fork I can drop into this, but however, if I am using the original wheel, I want to try and keep it close to original, even though we're adapting it quite a bit. So I'm probably going to go with either the CT90 original forks or go with the CG forks, just to see if it raises the front anymore. On top of that, deciding on which handlebars I wanted to use, I found these amazing handlebars here with the grooves in, so I can put all the wiring inside the actual handlebars. Hopefully you can just see that right there. You can put all the wires inside the handlebars and make it as clean, as flush as possible. Along with, I didn't really want any sort of center console and such. I found this off the CB500, which hopefully I'm going to mount onto the front, onto the rear, sorry, of these handlebars once they're facing me, as shown just there. So then I can put on the neutral light, indicator light, and any other lights I wish to display, which hopefully will work out quite well.